Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking about the real cost of being cheap. So many people think this is a price game, and I'm going to tell you where you're failing in that mindset and what really matters in buying tree. We're going to go into all of it. So if you're a window cleaner, anybody in the service industry, stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. What's up? If it's your first time here, yes, there are lots of episodes. You can go back and listen, and some of them don't suck. If it's not your first time here, you've listened to lots of those episodes, and some of them don't suck. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for everything. Thanks for buying supplies from me. Thanks for just being awesome. Like, this whole window cleaning thing has been, I've been in the industry like 20 years, and it has been the most amazing thing to be able to talk to so many companies. I'm on the phone all the time. Last month alone, I was on the phone for 45 straight hours, or not straight, but 45 hours. I talk to hundreds of window cleaners a week. It's just a very, very cool, and a lot of you let me put orders in, which is why I exist. So thank you for that. But today we're talking about the real cost of being cheap. I see this all the time, especially in panic stuff. There is such a high number of people in window cleaning that completely don't understand what they're doing. You know that. You've seen it. People are out there, and everybody wants to reinvent the wheel. They don't want to really look at things the way that they are. Human psychology is human psychology. It is literally impregnated. It's ingrained in us. It's in our DNA, the way that we think about a lot of things. And then other people are like, no, this is what. No, because you're thinking wrong. And the biggest one we have is price. The biggest place that people screw up is price. Now, I know you're thinking, man, this guy works for windowcleaner.com and they have a ton of sales. I'm not in the department. I've tried to talk them out of doing so many. It just becomes numb and it loses its value and all that. Not to say you should never have a sale, but there's other things to do that will get you better results. It will increase your amount of money you make a year. It will get more people not only to buy, but to continue to buy. And it will make you unique selling point. So, I want to jump right in, but I want to start by saying it's not the price that matters. Now, when I say that, I'm just some dummy, by the way, like I don't know more than anybody, but one of the things that when I say that, people go, well, you can't be $10,000 if somebody else is $100,000. No. Of course not. Of course not. That's not possible. What it is, though, is that if you're there in the price or the average price or the price that you've charged for everything, you're there. You're not already overcharged by 10 times. You may be the most expensive in your area, but that doesn't mean that you are too expensive. Yeah, but some people it's too expensive. Okay. Let me first off by saying something to you. And I want to say why, or let me rephrase. What is someone buying from you? What do you sell? If you said clean windows, window cleaning, no. That's just a thing we do. What are they getting from you? What are they buying from you? Nobody's buying clean windows because that would be anybody. That you can't pick that way. They're buying the experience. They're buying what you bring to the table. If all window cleaning companies in the entire planet clean windows, which they do, it's not about that. I'll give you another example. I love my analogies. What grocery store do you use? Okay? What grocery store? You probably have something in your head and well, we always go to Food Line, we always go to Piggly Wiggly, we always go to whatever. Why? Why do you go there? Well, they're the cheapest. No, they're not. If they were the cheapest, you would go to like Aldi or Big Lots or something. Well, they don't have everything. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. You go to Food Line, Piggly Wiggly, Publix, whatever your grocery store is. I'm going to stop naming them. You go there because they have everything you need, right? Okay, that's why you go there. But now let's really look at it. We got a good selection. The staff's nice, clean, nice store. Okay, great. Walmart grocery has everything you need, but I don't want to go to Walmart. The big Walmart, I'll go to Walmart grocery. I don't want to go to a big Walmart because there's just stuff all over. It's a gross store. Some people go there. Well, it's the cheapest. But you also go to Walmart Supercenter because they have everything. This is, again, why you're not going to, like, Big Lots and shopping for food. Because you could, or the Dollar Tree or General or whatever those stupid dollar stores are. You can go and get a burrito for $1, and it's way cheaper than any grocery store, but you don't go there because they don't have everything. Well, I'm not just going to pick between. Okay. Everything in your life is because of something more than the thing you're getting. Everything. Why'd you buy that car? Well, I needed a new car. No, I didn't ask that. I asked, why did you buy that car? Oh, that was the cheapest car. No. Because you'd be on a moped. Right? Understand there's more to it than the things of the face value. This is where in business you have to understand that. You think that. What is someone buying from you? They're really buying freedom because they don't have to clean the windows. Every time I clean the windows, it makes me so angry. Okay. You're selling tranquility. Well, every time I clean the windows, it looks nice and I can see outside. Okay. Now understand what they're buying. This is the big thing because everybody thinks it's clean windows and everybody does clean windows, so they have to be cheapest and that's how they win. That is the idea in a grocery store when people are like, well, I go there because it's the cheapest. No, there's always somewhere cheaper. Always someone cheaper. Your mindset is wrong. Your mindset is wrong. This does not mean to not focus on being, the cheapest, $7 for a whole house. Like, understand that that's not what that means. What I'm saying is that you don't have to be the cheapest if you're in the ballpark. You've also only told somebody the price, you're not going to get anywhere else. But if you keep dropping the price, you're forgetting what somebody's buying from you. You can't provide a service at $5. I mean, you have to exaggerate on some of the stories to really understand it. Because when you start telling people and you're right there, like, no, I think okay. Let me tell you this, and you tell me right now in your head, you're listening to this, hopefully you're working, hopefully you're enjoying this or whatever. And by the way, if you're watching and listening on Spotify or anywhere else, please subscribe and follow. And I have a YouTube channel too, which you may be listening to. Just subscribe to that. Anyway, okay, sorry, self-promotion. If you think it's about price, then why don't you clean an entire house where normally like a 20 window special would be like $199, $299, we'll say $299 inside and outside. Why don't you do that house for $50? What? Well, why don't you do it for $30? Well, I wouldn't make any money. Okay. So now you're settling for more money because you think charging less money is getting you somewhere. But let's really look and break down buying triggers. Buying triggers is the reason a human makes a transaction. Now, in a free economy, you should have the choice to buy anything. What happens is they compete for your business and you get lots of really awesome stuff. When you have like the electric company, you could go solar. Kind of keeps them in check a little bit. Solar's so expensive that they kind of still have that monopoly. But, okay, there's gas companies. And there's the DMV. What do you think the DMV is known for? Amazing experience? Customer service? No. I don't know if you know this, but the DMV is known to be crap. And why? Because there's one DMV. There is no other thing to do. There's no reason to go anywhere else. But here's a thought. What if I opened up a DMV and I made it awesome? What if I had great chairs, TVs, calm, clean, and the most amazing staff you've ever talked to, who's so helpful? Well, you don't have the right form here? Let me get that for you. Let's get it right now. You're here. Let's do it. Do you think I could take business from the DMV? Right now, you said yes. I didn't tell you a price. You were like, yeah, you could take all of their business. Yes, exactly. So now we're talking about the experience, even in something as basic as the DMV. Now we break that down into anything else, window cleaning included. There's the experience, there's what you get, there's the value, not the price. The price just has to be kind of there. How many times have you seen online Facebook groups and every other blowhard part that people just want to talk about themselves, and they say, well, I am not the cheapest in my area. In fact, I'm probably the most expensive. And you still have a business? How is that possible? What do you provide? Then people go in and they're like, well, I'm cleaning the best window. And, if you're really nice, then people just, they want, no, that's part of it. Yeah. That's part of the experience. But buying triggers are something completely different. It's the reason people buy from you instead of somebody else. Now, in window cleaning, there's lots of window cleaners. Even if you're in an area you go, there's no window cleaners here, there are. We have currently 145,550 customers. Huh? Yeah, okay. Let's take out random people that call from some other industry or a homeowner that found us or something. Let's say even if 400,000 of them were duplicate accounts, maybe, I don't know, something. You have 100,000 window cleaners in the U.S. There's 52 states. How many window cleaners are average in each state? Yep. With a little bit of math, you'll see that there are a lot of window cleaners out there, and you think none are there because you don't see them. That's cool, but does not mean you have a monopoly. If I bought from another window cleaner, not you, guess what? You're not talking to me again. If you do talk to me, I go, oh yeah, I'm looking for a new window cleaner because that last guy sucked. And you went, oh, he sucks for everybody. He has customers still. Buying triggers is what somebody has. And this is the big thing too. When you look at a buying trigger, when you go to somebody and they go, oh man, this last guy, I don't know. He never showed up. I couldn't get a hold of the guy. He'd never answered his phone, and trying to book him. And he's like, so far ahead. I don't know if the guy's even insured. And you go, well, we're the cheapest in town, ma'am. She's like, what? What did she say? What's the buying trigger? The buying trigger is, here's your pain points. I'll fix them by this. Now, when somebody doesn't tell you their pain points, you have to assume you know what they are, or at least find the majority of them. It's the buying trigger, the reason somebody actually is triggered to buy from you. It's not because your ad looked nice or you had the cute little dog because that cute little dog in the picture gave them a feeling. The feeling they associated with your company, and they think they're going to have that feeling when they hire you because that's the type of company you are. It wasn't because the dog picture was cute. The dog picture being cute was something that created a whole other bunch of stuff that created a buying trigger. Well, then why do we do split testing? It's because the buying trigger is there. Down to the color of an ad. A red ad is a panic ad. The government is cracking down. Contact us now. Red ad. Yellow is safety. Do you know what's in your kid's candy? Yellow ad. Blue ad is peace. Come to AYC Spas. Blue ad. We want to talk nature. Green ad. Right? Go hiking on the Appalachian Trail. Start at Damascus. Green ad. When you look at buying triggers, it is so subliminal in creating feelings that most of us don't ever even think of that. They go, well, it's cheap. We got to be the cheapest guy. That's the race to the bottom. There will always be somebody cheaper. And what? You're going to be cheaper than them? But it doesn't make sense. There is no buying trigger in just cheap. Now, when I say that, you go, well, yeah, what about the limited time ads? That is sense of urgency. Different buying trigger. This is why an ad that has a discount needs to have an expiration. Or it has to say like the next 10 customers. That's what's recreating, not the sale. So many people, they don't see it and they go, well, this is the discount. That's why people are buying right now because it's on sale. It's on sale for a limited time. They know that if they don't buy by Tuesday, that sale goes away. They pay more. They have to buy now because if they save anything, if they don't and they buy on Wednesday, they're going to pay twice the price. That's your buying trigger. It's not the price. It's the panic. It's the source. It's the pain point. What's the buying trigger? And I'm telling you, price in a luxury service is not the buying trigger. There is nobody on the planet who would be like, oh, it's between you two guys, but if I go with you, I'll save $20. You did a bad job explaining why you're better. Because if you're only $20 better, or let me rephrase that, you're not even $20 better than the other guy, that's a problem. Then you just went, we clean windows, we cleaned them good. Like, you ruined that. You didn't create a buying trigger. You created no USP. There's no reason to buy you over the other guy, if only price. I give this example all the time. I'm going to give it one more time. I'm sorry. But if I have 3 things I'm selling you, and you have to legally buy one of these things, it's either $1, it is $20, or it is $1,000. Which would you buy? For those of you who've heard this, I know you already know where I'm going with it, but you'd probably be like, well, I'm not going to pay $1. I don't know what it is, but I don't want the cheapest one. I kind of get the $20. It's a little bit more of a gamble, but I think I'll get a better product. Okay. If that was your idea, then instantly you've just disproved the whole cheap thing. But second off, what if I told you it was a brand new Lamborghini? Brand new Lamborghini with lifetime insurance included. You'd be like, what? I'll give you $1,000. How many can I buy? Now you know what it is you're buying, not just the price. If me and my buddy Bobby over here, he's like, hey, I'll clean your windows, it'll be $199. And I say, hey, I'll clean your windows, it'll be $199. You go, oh gosh, I can't choose. Now Bobby goes, well, okay, I'll do it for $180. And they go, done. Because the only thing they knew was price. You were cheaper, they bought it. That's the only reason. They had nothing else to go on. If Bobby goes, well, I clean windows, like, you know, what do you offer? What? Tell me why I should use you. Like, well, I've been cleaning windows for 4 days now, and they turn out pretty good. You know, they're pretty good. Okay, what's your price? $199. Oh, we'll say $180. It's $179. Okay, what about you? And I go, well, we've been in the industry a very long time. We've been doing this now 20 years. Now, mind you, maybe you're not in the industry this long. This is just I'm putting out my USP stuff. Not only are we fully insured in case anything happens, but our techs are completely trained, name badged, and they wear picture IDs so you know who they are. Not only are our trucks extremely logoed and lettered, our techs all wear clothes. You know who we are, when we are, and what their certifications are. We have a 7-day rain guarantee. We protect against Mother Nature. We're the only company in the area to do so. We also have a 100% satisfaction guarantee that is not a lie. You do not pay us a dime until you are 100% satisfied. Absolutely stand behind everything we do. We take pride in this company that we've created, and we'd love to help you. What's your price? $199. We're going with you. No, the other guy was so much cheaper. That's because I told them things to make them understand the value, not the price. 2 seconds before you go, I'm going to do a shameless plug. I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com. Please buy your stuff from me. There it is. It's cut and dry. Why? What's my USP? Well, you get me. Anything for questions, pricing, websites, marketing. Run stuff by me. Have somebody in your back pocket. If you want to go on the website and figure out how this piece fits with this piece, sure, go ahead. Or you could call me. Be like, yo, you're my rep. What's up with these things? Tell me, and I'll tell you the real thing. I mean, you will have somebody in your back pocket that has probably more knowledge in the industry, window cleaners, gear, everything than anybody else on the planet. That's me. I've been doing this an extremely long time. I take pride in knowing everything I could possibly know, and I'm not going to baloney you. You ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the real thoughts on it, and I'm going to tell you, I know that's way more expensive, but it's not really meant for you. This is going to be better. That's what I do. And it costs you nothing extra to have that. So 862-312-2026. Just search Jersey window cleaning or Jersey window cleaning resource or any of that stuff. It's there. Also, of course, American Window Cleaner Magazine is here. You don't own a subscription yet, so why not? It's $69. What are you doing with your life? Go to awcmag.com, get a subscription. Do it right now. You're in the field. Just go to awcmag. AWCMAG. Just get a subscription real quick. It takes 2 seconds. Got it? Good. Awesome. With that subscription, you're going to get 12 months, real magazine, to your door, something to read on the turlet, and you're going to get stickers, and then you can put stickers everywhere, and then people go, where'd you get those cool stickers? So do that because we're window cleaning nerds, and it's pretty awesome. Also, discount code for Jobber course is in the notes. Check that out. Also, I have a YouTube channel myself. Real quick, Jersey Nation, I think is what it is. I'm trying to get more subscribers, and I don't have a lot. It's like 13, 14 maybe by the time this show comes out. It's not a lot. Subscribe. Anyway, okay. We talk buying triggers. We're looking at the real reason somebody is buying, and that all comes down to being unique. It just does. Unique means that if I say, let me not even say, every window cleaning company cleans windows. Fair assumption, right? Well, yeah, that's what they do, right? So every window cleaning company cleans windows. Don't tell somebody you clean windows. Well, I don't. Great. What do you do? Well, we have really nice guys. We're just really personable. Do you think anybody else is personable? Yeah, Well, then why, if everybody does window cleaning, you're not telling people, I clean windows? Because everybody does. It's assumed that you would be like, we're nice. Okay, yeah, everybody's nice. Nobody thinks, you don't call a company and they're like, well, one downside with us is we are jerks. That's really bad to deal with. Very unpleasant. Kyle, he is a complete butthole. That's not something you do. So why are you explaining things that don't make you unique? I have a 7-day rain guarantee. We protect against Mother Nature. Whoa, really? I've never seen that before. Maybe you have. Great. Well, on top of that, we carry $2 million of insurance. So if something ever happens, which in 20 years nothing has, knock on wood, but you're protected. We protect your house with that insurance policy. $2 million insurance policy. Huh. Oh, gosh, no one's ever told me how much insurance they have before. Other people have insurance. Other people maybe have a 7-day rain guarantee. I'm putting it out there so you're seeing my value. We also have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and I promise you that if you're not satisfied, you do not pay a penny. And people go, well, how do you do that? Well, because you've never left a job where somebody's like, hey, you forgot a window, and you're like, yeah, thanks for the money, chump. You go back. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me get that for you. And they go, okay, cool, thanks. Are you happy now? Oh, yeah. You are leaving everybody satisfied anyway, otherwise you have a terrible company. So why not put it down in writing? Because here's the real truth. If somebody you do it and it doesn't turn out and do it and it's still not right, and they're just like, oh my gosh, this isn't coming out. You know what? There's no charge on this one. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get this done the way we wanted to, and I don't feel good leaving you that way. You're going to do that anyway. Put it in writing. Be unique. But if you're just discounting to save money, you're destroying your goals. You are absolutely destroying your goals. Because here's the funny thing. The irony of having a business is that almost all of you, right now, if I said, hey, what size business would you want to have? What business would you want to have? What is this goal? Well, man, I would love to do $1 million. That's the goal. The goal is always a financial goal. $1 million is a sexy number. You're like, exactly $1 million? It's kind of hard. Well, no, I mean, I want to be over $1 million. $1,001 or $11 million? What's over that? People throw out these numbers that are sexy, and it's not a real goal. It's just a dream, and dreams are very vague. As you know, when you're, riding a unicycle with a pug. You're like, okay, this is a dream. It's very random and weird. In that same sense, we run it by dollar amounts, and then all of us that are out there doing sales go in there and be like, yeah, I want to be $1 million company. But if you buy right now, you can save 50%. What? Why are you making the goal you just told me you had way harder? Well, because people will buy. No, it's not even a buying trigger. It's not even a buying trigger. If I said to you right now, if I said this one item, you have a heart disease and you have 1 week to live, and I say, here's a product. It hasn't really been shown to work yet, but we think it might. We can give it to you for $1,000. And then I have this other product. It costs $10,000, but it is absolutely guaranteed to work. There is probably not one of you out there that would gamble your entire life to save money. Now, that's an exaggerated example. I get it. The buying trigger is not how much you pay for a thing. It's what it does. What do you get for it? The value. You know that in everything else, and it comes back to window cleaning, and you're like, oh no, I think this is different. You're destroying your goals with a buying trigger that doesn't even increase buying, because there's always somebody that's cheaper than you. And if you and that other person are selling the exact same thing, which is just window cleaning, that person wins. It is a race to the bottom. It's destroying your goals. It's making it that much harder. Add value, meaning at the whole time of this thing is, instead of me going, well, if you buy now, you save, $50. I say, okay, well, if you buy right now, we do a free gutter cleaning. You're like, what? That's $200. Okay, but what does the actual labor cost? It costs we probably spend 30 minutes. So, it's like $10. Okay, so you're adding $10 worth of your price onto it. The other guy's discounting $50. He's not getting them because the buying trigger isn't stronger than the gutter thing, and it costs you 5 times less. Add value, not discount the price, because all of your goals come back to money. They come back to that particular place. If you have more money, you can do more ads, you can grow faster. If you have more money, you can take more vacations. If you have more money, you can reinvest that with better trucks and better equipment, which makes a better image, which gives you a better clientele. It all comes down to that. You're not money hungry. I understand that. To exist, it takes X amount of money. To be better than exist, it takes even more. It costs $100 a day to buy hay for an elephant. It costs you $100 for a lifetime for a hamster. The size of the item takes the size of the growth. That all comes down to money. And I know we hate talking about that, but if you're just going to be the cheapest all the time, where does it stop? And if it's not even a buying trigger, why are you wasting that? If I say to you, well, if you buy my window cleaning, I will give you a free punch in the face. You're like, what? No, I don't want that. No, that's a buying trigger. I give you something extra. No, I don't want that. Get it in your overall picture of the company that a buying trigger creates a purchase. If you're a grocery store, back to that, and you are between a Food Line and a Piggly Wiggly, which both of those are probably regional, and some of you don't know what those are. Pick a grocery store. It doesn't matter. And I say, if you want this box of Oreos, you can buy one, get one. And you're like, yeah, people go there. Yes, because it's the exact same thing for less. There is no value. It's the exact same thing for less. They get people there. That's a buying trigger. And then they take that to us and they go, well, that's a buying trigger for us. No. It's a different thing, because you are not them. If you are them, you should be better than them. The idea in this, and I had somebody say this a while ago, and this is a really douchey person that's out on the internet world that, really, guy rubs me the wrong way. But anyway, he goes, yeah, it's real cool, but I'm the Walmart of window cleaning, and I want to do more jobs than the other guys, so I'm going to do it for less. Okay, idiot. You have X amount of time. Per employee, you have 8 hours a day. You're selling your time. You're not selling an item that you can buy cheaper to make more money on. The reason Walmart wants to be the best-selling company on the planet and they can be always cheaper, but just they lose that everywhere else, is because when you buy 1 million shirts instead of 10 shirts, you get the shirts cheaper. And then you can pass that savings along and still make the same profit and margins, but you have to sell more stuff. And then because you don't have the profit margins that you would if you sold the shirt at the right price, you can't pay people to pick stuff off the floor, and then you get Walmart. That is a Walmart model. You're not Walmart. You working for an hour is working for an hour, regardless if you make $1,000 or you make $1. Nothing changes. If you had, I'll do 8 jobs at $1, and this other guy's doing 1 job at $1,000, the guy with 1,000 is making more money. That's it. So understand that there is a cost to being cheap. You will lose money. You will not create more incentive for people to buy. You're not using it as a buying trigger. Your brain's telling you that because you're probably not your target market. You probably don't want window cleaning. You've probably never paid for window cleaning. So why are you asking you? There is a real cost to being cheap. Anyway, I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com, man or ma'am. That is what I do, and I want to put your order in. Big or small, it does not matter. I get credit for them all, and that almost rhymed and sounded car salesman. But anyway, all you have to do is just shoot me a message. Shoot me a text at 862-312-2026. And be like, yo, it's in my cart. Click save this cart. I could do all the rest of it. Save your info. Verify stuff. Make sure you get your free gift. Make sure you get sales or discounts that are on there. We're switching over to like a coupon code model instead of doing like complete site-wide sales. So if something's out there and you miss it, I won't miss it. Plus, you got a rep. And that's what I do. So 862-312-2026. Let me buy more hair gel or toothpaste or brand name things that I get to buy with all of my ruples I make on commission. So thank you to that for everybody. Also get a subscription to the American Window Cleaner magazine, awcmag.com. If you didn't already in the earlier part of the episode and you lied and pretended you did, you should do it right now. Okay, now that you got it, great. You are one of the lucky new people to get the magazine subscription shipped to your door every single month with stickers. Also, if you haven't yet gotten Jobber, it is absolutely the most amazing CRM. I've tried quite a few different CRMs. I have had nothing pop in that made sense. So I literally I've been doing this show now 8.5 years. For 8 years, I've never once talked about a CRM ever. Because I've done like 6 demos with different companies and they're all like, I could see it, but it's just not worth money. I did the last one with Jobber. It blew me away. So anyway, try it. There's a discount code, so why not try it? Again, the most amazing one, and the sprinkles on top is that it's on sale. Not on sale, but if you use my code, I get credit for it, I think. So do that. Also, trying to get more subscribers on my YouTube channel. So Jersey Nation on YouTube, subscribe because it's free, and it's like virtual high five. So anyway, I very much appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for everything you guys do for me. Thank you just for being an audience that is willing to listen. It makes it a lot easier when people actually want to hear some things and spend some time with me. So thank you. Until next week, hopefully you understand that there is a real cost of being cheap, but more importantly, hopefully you go out there and be epic.